Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Y'all ready on that side? Y'all about ready?
ain't know nothing.
But it says that we're live. It's just like,
It's out.
okay.
Oh.
I was on post on the way.
I mean, I was just like, shit, you know, but I did like you did it. Just praying about this. I have nothing. You'll see. Like, I'm gonna throw the book away. That's what I told my friend. I was like, oh. I was telling him, I was like, pull up over here. Walk over here. He went out there looking for the change. I mean, that's what I asked him. The first thing I do is like, reverse. I don't say about it. Reverse. I'm saying, yeah, he really did. They're real.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First of all, I want to give all praise to Rasul Abanawa.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash.
And God's been to the possibility of GMA source of the spirit, peace and much love, and sanctity to Israel, the so-called Negroes that consider make church. But I told that secret 2021 is the way you help shop.
This is Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chamber, and shut thy doors about thee.
The Lord said, come into my chamber. What's the Lord's chambers, man? The modern day chamber is the chairs of the Lord. All right? That's our salvation. That's soon to come and deliver us out of America. Go ahead.
Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation overpassed.
Yes, hide thyself as was for a little moment until the indignation passed. The indignation we know is speaking of World War III, when the Lord's coming to destroy Babylon the Great, man. America. Okay, and the Lord's going to deliver us, and that's going to be our hiding place.
Wow.
Go ahead.
For behold, the Lord Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth.
That's the Most High comes out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth. Why is the Most High coming to punish the inhabitants of the earth? Because his word is in great darkness. It's in great wickedness, man. You know? Isaiah 60. And it's in great wickedness. You know, it's in great wickedness. This is why the people are the homosexual on a high level, right? Women's power is on a high level, man. It's a video of these so-called Negro or these Negro women, the so-called Negro women in the UK, saying that men should worship the very ground they walk on, saying that the women, they saying that they're gods, that and the third. That's wickedness, man. That's not the reference of the Most High. You go on Instagram, you got niggas like Lil Nas doing a music video with a whole bunch of niggas in jail, ass naked, man, literally, in a music video, blurring out their privacies. Wicked, you know? This the shit that goes on in this land, and nobody speaks against it. But when you speak against it, you're being called evil. You're being called wicked. You're being called all these different things because you believe on how the earth should really be. You tell a woman to put her clothes on, she gets mad at you, telling you, oh, you're trying to be a sexist. You're trying to control me. You know, when all reality, how is that sexy when a woman comes out ass naked? What's attractive about that? Nothing. There's nothing profitable of a woman walking around being naked. There's nothing profitable of a nigga trying to be a woman, man. Or any other bullshit that Jake do, drugs, all these different things niggas do in the world, committing adultery, you know, constantly just eat, like I said, eating swine's flesh. Those things are not profitable, but you got people doing. That's why the most is going to judge the world. Go ahead.
For their iniquities, the earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. This is Isaiah chapter 27, verse 1. In that day, the Lord Yahweh, with his sword and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, that piercing serpent.
Yeah, that's talking about Esau. Okay, Leviathan, that piercing serpent. Because it's when you like I said, back when we go back to the Garden of Eden with the serpent, it talks about it's a creature, right? But it's basically how Moses described the man in the garden as a snake. You know, it's a fairy tale.
Esau's a Leviathan, as well as there's the Leviathan from Job.
Exactly, because it means serpent. It's an animal. Right. So that's what Esau is. He's the most I go read that part again.
God, this is Isaiah chapter 27, verse 1. In that day, the Lord Yahweh with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan.
Yeah, and this great strong sword shall punish Leviathan.
Right. Yahweh ain't going to kill off Leviathan. No. Right? Because Leviathan works for the Lord Yahweh Shemel. So he's going to be killing off Esau and Moab, Ammon. You know what I'm saying? This Leviathan, that's how you know the Leviathan talking about Esau. Great serpent. Great devil.
Honest the Leviathan, the piercing serpent.
That's right.
Even the Leviathan, that crooked serpent.
Yeah, that crooked serpent, because Esau is crooked. Right. Look at how he runs the world. It's in crookedness now. Right. See, we're seeing everything that the Most High said to be in order against the Most High. Right. You know? Everything that we preach, people are against it. You tell somebody, after we talk about these things, you tell Jake, you know what I'm saying? Stop sagging your pants, man. You know? Stop committing adultery. Niggas get mad about that. They rap videos. All you realize about how the dude can smash another man's woman better than he can. And niggas do that shit. You know? When you tell them that's wicked, oh nah, bro, he was a lame ass nigga, man. You ain't about that life. You know? Go ahead. But Esau has put it in the media, in all these music videos, yeah, that's how our niggas should be. So now, you got Jake in a mind frame of being niggas. You got Jake thinking that they're Crips, working at areas. You live in a decent area. It's not that much violence, but a nigga would still want to be a Crip, man. Would still want to be a gangbanger for shit that he sees. And Esau puts it on the left-hand side. That's why the Lord said he's a Crip.
Yeah, I got a quick piece of it. This is Ecclesiastes 1:15. that which is crooked. Well, hold on, let me go back up. One and I think it's like 12. I, the preacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath Yahweh given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun.
So Solomon see all the works that are done under the sun. Good and bad, evil, good, however you want to say it. Go ahead.
And behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
All is vanity and vexation of spirit. So all things that Solomon seen good and evil, they all were vexation of spirit. Because what happens when you learn knowledge? You get vexed in the spirit. Because you get vexed in the shit that you see. And it becomes vanity at the end of the day. Because then people glorify in their righteousness. People be overly righteous and believe that they're overly righteous. And that becomes to be vanity.
Right.
But you could be overly wicked and trust in your wickedness, and that could become vanity too. So this is the both side of the both side of the spectrum. And this is why we need to be changed, because this shit that we live in, it's the only reason why it becomes vanity, because of the flesh. Anything that we get overly good in this side, we tend to glory that side of it. Even this other Lord, you can overly be righteous in the truth and overly see yourself in a certain light that you're not. You know, that's the both sides of the spectrum. But you have the ones that are the wickedness, they overly indulge themselves in the wickedness. You know, overly, like a nigga overly indulge themselves in money. Or in things of carnal sense. Things that profit not. Same thing with, like I said, in the truth or the knowledge. You know? Look at these other camps that we see. They're examples. You know, overly indulge themselves in one thing and they overly glorify that thing. And thinking that this is to be something, but the scripture says verse 58. You know? Go ahead.
That which is crooked cannot be made straight.
Yes, that which is crooked should not be made straight. So Lord being part there being that crooked something Esau, something like man, cannot be made straight. Because accordingly, where is that Malachi? Verse 2.
That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
That which is wanting cannot be numbered, and that which is crooked cannot be made straight. So the Most High, we cannot make America straight. America's already fucking crooked. You can't, you know, and this thing about Jake, they're trying to save this place, you know. Jake try to do what Esau did. Well, so what's better? It was a music song. She said in the song, she said, we learn violence from you. If you want us to do better, you do better. Who the fuck made Esau the head of the nation? You know? How can you make a crooked man straight? If the Most High made Esau to be the wicked, according to Prophecy 4, where the Lord said he created all things, yea, even the wicked for the day of trouble. So how the fuck would you make this man the border righteous? We was fixed to be wicked. Go ahead.
It's Malachi chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, said Yahweh. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Is that so? The Lord have loved us, the children of Israel, and we said, where have thou loved us? Because you look at our condition, we look at the shit that we go through. So we look like the Lord don't love because of how fucked up we are. But because we went against the Most High, we went against the laws, and we're in this situation now. Go ahead, bro.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said Yahweh, yet I love Jacob.
Yes, so for the Lord loved us, the nation of Israel, so-called Black Spanish, Native Americans, Single Indians, West Indians, Haitians, all right, the Dominicans, all Cubans, RCG, all you tribes, the Most High loves you. Go ahead.
And I hated Esau.
But the Most High hates the so-called white man. Go ahead.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
That's it. So the Most High made his read it for his life.
And I laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
So the Most High made his government waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Go ahead.
Verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yep.
Thus said Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Yes, so they shall build, I shall throw down. Because while you got the Renaissance period, the rebirth of who Esau, Edom, coming up with Alexander the Greek, they came into power. But the Most High threw them down. That's why they were in derision. That's why Job said they were younger than I, they were in derision. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
And they start calling the border of wickedness. So by you asking the so-called white man to treat you right, to treat you better, you're fucking ugly. He'll never treat you better. He will never look at you as his equal or as his superior. Never, until Yahweh Shai returns. Because Esau has power on his side. He has the strength. He's that great serpent Leviathan. Because you think about Leviathan is a very mighty sea monster. So Esau became that mighty sea monster among the whole world. So how the fuck do you come to him and tell him we need him to do better? When we're the ones that be doing better because we're the ones giving the laws. According to what they believe was that Amos 3, the Lord I love you, saith the Lord. If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong on that scripture, but I have to believe in something. You know? Oh, yeah. Run up back in that Leviathan.
This is Isaiah chapter 27, verse 2. In that day, sing ye unto her. In that day, sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. I, the Lord Yahweh, do keep it. This is Isaiah 27, verse 2. In that day, sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. I, the Lord Yahweh, do keep it. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. Fury is not in me, who would set the barriers and thorns against me in battle. I will go through them, I will burn them together, or let him take hold of my strength, that he may make peace with me, and he shall make peace with me. He shall cause them to come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom a bud and fill the face of the world with fruit.
Yes, sister. After that, so after the great serpent Leviathan is thrown down, I'm also going to increase the nation. That red vineyard speaking about us. Who the Most High is going to beautifully kept us. He kept us in his bosom, right? He never forsook us from off his face. So even though we're in captivity, even though Jacob's wicked as hell, the Most High still has a rest for the people of the Most High. And he promised through our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know? He promised us that for everlasting glory, that everlasting kingdom which shall flow with milk and honey, right?
God. Hath he smitten him? And he smote those that smote him?
He smote those that smote him. Go ahead.
Or is he slain according to the slaughter of them that are slain by him? In measure, when it shooteth forth, that wilt debate with it. He stayed his rough wind in the day of the east wind. By this, therefore, shall the iniquities of Jacob be purged.
This therefore shall the iniquities of Jacob be purged, because the east wind, the north wind will come up with the east, from the rise of the sun. That's Yahweh when he returns. He's going to come out of the east. That's why we should look to the east. That's why when we pray to the east, right? To the city of David. The scripture talk about Yahweh radiant in the stead of David, right? Go ahead.
And this is all the fruit to take away his sin.
This all the fruit that shall take away his sin. Go ahead.
When he maketh all the stones of the altar as chalk stones that are beaten in sunder.
That are beaten in sunder. What does stone represent? You go back to Revelation 21 to get the 12 stones, man. The tribes. You know? And so that's why you had the 12 tribes of signet, right? With the stones upon it. Go ahead.
The grove and image shall not stand up. Yet a defiant city shall be desolate, and the habitation forsaken, and left like a wilderness. There shall be a camp bed, and there shall he lie down and consume the branches thereof. When the boughs thereof are withered, they shall be broken off. The woman come and set them on fire, for it is a people of no understanding.
There's people of no understanding. We're speaking about Esau and Edom. Okay, people of no understanding. Go ahead. Because the word scripture talk about Esau being a base man. Right? Go ahead.
Therefore, he that made them will not have mercy on them.
So he that made them shall not have mercy upon them. Go right back to Proverbs 16 and 4. Speaking of the Most High created the wicked, even for the day of trouble for the Most High. Go ahead.
And he that And he that formed them will shew them no favor.
Yeah, he that formed them will show them no favor because Esau has no favor according to the promise or the blessing of the Most High. He's the only nation that cannot see repentance. He's the only nation that cannot give what you call a sacrifice or any type of anything to the Most High for forgiveness because of the shit that he's done. He's put the whole world into complete utter darkness, man. This man has fucked the whole entire world up. You know?
Quick precept. This is Ecclesiasticus. Sirach. This is Sirach 14 and 4. He that gathers by defrauding. This is Sirach chapter 14 verse 1. Blessed is the man that have not slipped with his mouth and is not pricked with the multitude of sin. Blessed is he whose conscience has not condemned him.
Yeah, so basically, blessed that man that haven't slipped with his mouth because a lot of us slip with our mouths. So we can't say that.
Say things we're not
Say things we're not to say. Go ahead.
Blessed is he whose conscience has not condemned him.
Our conscience has condemned us at times, man. Right. But this is really speaking upon Yahweh. He's the only man that's able to do that. He was that blessed man that walked in that perfect state, but we're not, man. We weren't blessed because our mind condemned us at times. We couldn't fuck with our mind. Go ahead.
And who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord Yahweh. Riches are not common for a nigger.
Yeah, riches are not common for a nigger because what happens when Jake gets riches? They do all types of bullshit. They take the money and they flaunt it, and they just do wicked shit. All types. Jake get money, they get all types of different shit, man. Go ahead.
And what shall an envious man do with money?
Yeah, what shall an envious man do with money? A man of enviness. What's Esau, man? Enviness. Because what did he do? He hated Jacob.
You see, he ain't gonna do nothing. Even Jake. Jake ain't gonna do nothing to prosper his people or to make his people better. He gonna do it to slap it in your face and to show you how much good he got and you ain't got. See, he doing it for ill will. He doing it against you, so it's no problem. So what's the use of what's the use of putting money in this nigga's hand? A nigga can't handle money. You give it to him, all he gonna do is ride down in the hood, laugh at it, other niggas, talk shit about the niggas from this block, that block, ride up and down the streets just to get some bitches, do all this foolery and fuckery, and his people still suffer. So what good is it for him to have? Because look at how many billionaires. That nigga, you think about Jay-Z, you think about Dr. Dre, you think about Snoop Dogg, you think of all these niggas with all this money. You can go for every. What good is it? What good do they do? You know what good they do? They gotta pay their women after divorce for $300,000 a fucking month. That's what good they do. $330,000 a month. Because the bitch laid in bed when he gotta pay that much in divorce money, right? That's what he do with his goods. He squanders it away. He fucks it over.
Matter of fact, do you give a child things when they on punishment?
No, exactly.
So if you look at Deuteronomy, we still on punishment, right? So why would you get something on punishment and do well with it?
Right. And what they do, you give it to someone punishment. Oh shit, I can do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna keep fucking up. I'm gonna keep doing some fucked up shit then. Oh, I'm getting paid to do fucked up shit. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do even more fucked up shit. Your wickedness gonna wax worse and worse. This is verse 4. He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathered for others. He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others. Go ahead, because I want to read. Wait, so if you gather like Esau in this world, Jake, Esau, everything you gather on this side, hey man, basically really it's Esau. Whatever Esau gathered here, he's picking it off for Jake, man, for the 144,000 for the house shop. Right? Everything that he's gathered off by fraud, deceit, lies, robbery, steal, rape. Just the very country within itself was gathered by defrauding other people, man. Defrauding his own self. Because he's a fucking liar, everything he do. He'll sit up here and say, oh, America's our country. Motherfucker, you wasn't here from the get-go. You came and stole. You was a thief. You're a robber. You're everything that you, in your bylaws that you have against robbing, stealing, and killing. Nigga, you are the head, you are the fucking king, queen, and everything of it, man. This is your world. You love to do wickedness. But the very wickedness that you do, you turn around and you put somebody else in prison for the same shit you done.
Yep.
You slaughter whole nations. And let somebody slaughter somebody and you want to put them in prison. Well, by your laws, you supposed to be locked up in prison.
One.
You share those same laws, man. You know? But that's Esau for you, man. And Jake fall right along with it. Alright? So he that gathered by defrauding his own soul, gathered for others, and the others is who? It's Israel, Yashala, the 144,000, man. Alright? All the riches that's been gathered by this devil, it comes back to the 144,000. It goes back to Yashala. You got something down there?
Yeah, yes, sir. Appreciate what
Go
you're
ahead.
saying. This is Proverbs chapter 6 and 30. Men do not despise a thief if he still to satisfy his soul when he is hungry, but Esau ain't never satisfied. Right? Verse 31, but if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold.
Right.
That's the whole point the brother was just going into. That Esau stole all these things, but he wasn't give it to somebody else. That's right. Have to restore it sevenfold back to where he stole it from.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Where I'm at. That shall spend his goods riotously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?
Yeah, so being that he wants to himself, who should be good? You know, because Esau put things to himself. Look what he did to his own people. I mean, the same laws he passes, it affects his own people. So I can see how can he be good to himself?
Right. That's it.
You know? How could a man be good to himself when he oppresses his own people? He has his own people under certain laws to keep them down as well. So we think he does, it's not for good, it's for the bad. That's why who can make the straight, anything straight is the crooked thing straight.
That's right. And it's one of somebody can Ecclesiastes 7 and 13 right here. Basically say the same thing. Verse 5, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good? Salaki. To whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself.
Yeah, there's no worse than envying himself. You know? And that's the only, Esau envy himself, but all people, we envy ourselves,
That's
man.
right, yeah.
You know? Yeah. Look how our people act, man. Look how we want to be the so-called white ones. You know? We envy our own self. Scripture I say envy not thy own person.
Yeah, that's right. Because he envy his own self.
He envies his own self. He hates his own self. Right? So why you envy a man and envy his own self?
Verse 6, there is none worse. Oh, God, well, I'll finish it off. There is none worse than he that envieth himself. And this is a recompense of his wickedness. Verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly.
If he doeth it good, he doeth it unwillingly. Every time Esau does something good, it's always a catch. It's always a catch. That's right. You know? He doesn't do out of the good of it, of what you say is mine. It's just he's doing it just because. You know? Then he'll try to take that shit back. God damn, I should did that. You know, but he'll try to take it back. That's what he does.
That's why I always say, Shalaki, brother. That's why I always say, when you in this world, when you in that laws, you always have an amendment or an adjustment. We always been saying this for years. He don't never want to do something according to the law when it doesn't fit him. Once it fit him, he cool with the law. But once he don't, he's gonna change the law according to where you find the loophole. You know, it's like back in the day when Edomites was filing bankruptcy and putting their student loans in a bankruptcy, they could do it and be done away with it. But when Jake figured that out, they done away with student loans on bankruptcy, man. Yeah.
They did that with when you go to the hospital and shit.
Yeah.
You used to get 7. Remember, they used to have 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
7 years, no debt. So if you have debt, no matter how much your debt was, 7 years, your shit be cleared off the record. Get away with that. Because you had debt from fucking when you was 18, you was 40. Bro, I just cleared up some old shit that I had. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you know, but they don't let that go, bro. Nah. They don't let it go no more than 7 years. And that's in the scripture. That's the 7-year we got land salary. You know, it's every 7 years you're supposed to clear the debt. Every man's debt get cleared. So a man can work for you for 7 years, and after case in point, Jacob worked for Laban.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? And he worked for Laban 7 years, and that was clear. He was a trick, which was a trick that he did like Esau was doing. He was a trick. Right? He said, oh, no, I was talking about my oldest daughter. You know? But hey, but in return, it was a trick, but what's that in? That's either Genesis the 49th, is that 49 or 50, where he said, you meant it for my bad, but the Lord turned it for my good, man. So for with Jacob, the Lord, he meant it for his bad, but hey, for his destruction. But yet, he was turned around, he got what? He ended up coming out with 2 wives and 2 fucking concubines. Right? So it ended up coming out even better for him. He had more women than he wanted in the first place. You know? What was it, about 2 times, 2-3 times the women he wanted? He came out with more.
This is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil. Yet were they draw swords. So basically with that with being tricky, something like how Esau be trying to do us, alright? Not like I can say, you know, come to give you something. At the end of the day, it's always going to be something else. It's always a blood. It's always a hook on it. It's always a blood against you. And it's 10 times worse than what he gave you. And it's way worse, alright? So yeah, so like I said, the war was in his heart, which and he said he doesn't do nothing willingly. Alright, he's not doing it willingly. It's because really, Proverbs 20 and 24, man, jewels are blocked and men are saying no one way. Right? So whatever he does, he doesn't deceive.
Hey, just to add to that, and to that point, is when he do it, that's just like when you go get a car, or you go buy a house. You go, oh shit, cool, I got 10, 15,000 I'm gonna put down on it. But on the back end, you don't know on the back end, you still gonna owe interest. You gotta get the interest paid off first before you pay off your principal. You know what I'm saying? You still got your principal can be paid, bro. But your fucking interest is still on the fucking house. You still owe this nigga money, man. You still got a back end to it. Well, I give you a little something, but guess what? You get that little something. Got a little trick on the back end because I'm gonna get a little more from you. You know, that's Esau, man.
That's why I
he ain't
always
never
say-
full.
That's why I always say, you always behind the 8 ball.
Hell yeah.
You always, anything that you do, you come from one city to another city, you behind the 8 ball. Why? You gotta get gas to come here. Then, hey, don't let it be too far. Then you gotta get gas to go back.
That's right.
Then you gotta fill up again. So, hey, man, you're always behind the 8 ball.
Always. You always got a trick up his sleeve, bro. You always got, what's it called, an ace in the hole?
Yeah, ace in
You
the
got
hole.
something to say out? You got guess.
Yeah. Like
Go ahead.
same thing with Esau. Like when we got out of slavery, down here he didn't want to do that. They just did it because it was helping their economy.
That's right.
Same thing with this stimulus check. Like if they could, they wouldn't give Jake all of that.
Nah, man.
But they doing it why? Because it benefits them, so he doesn't unwillingly.
What Jake gonna do with the money when he get it? He gonna spend it righteously. You know what I'm saying? You give a nigga $1 million, he gonna spend 99 million. And they gonna be like, damn, I'm broke.
And nothing too, bro. Like nothing too.
Shut up, go ahead.
They don't understand the concept of money or how money works. $1 million really isn't a lot.
I mean,
$1 million really honestly is shit on this side of society because it doesn't. Money fluctuates and it flows a different way nowadays. You know, back in the days, you know, money was worth, but the dollar's worth way more or less. So the value of it is more high. So it's the more expensive shit. You got $1 million, you really be broke yourself within like a couple of years. Be spending on wickedly, man. You know. But Jake thinks that it's not only that $1 million. You got to add tax to that, man.
Hey,
Like tax production.
Hey, it ain't even on that. On that point, that everybody believe it's not even that the things get more expensive. It's the money's just new. You know what I'm saying? Like we be thinking like, oh damn, this shit is the rate of inflation will keep going up. That's just only because the dollar is going down. It's weak. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the shit costs what it's gonna cost, right? But their dollar's so fucking weak, they gotta raise the prices to stay steady with the dollar, man. Like I said, like back in the day, I remember like I used to go back in the day we used to go to the gas station, man. My grandfather used to get gas for like 50, 70, 80 cents, man. You used to get regular unleaded gas for like 50, 70 cents. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, bro, that's a good ass price, bro. You know what I'm saying? But now you look up nowadays, what gas, $3-4 now? $2.89, $2.99, $3.90, $3.21. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy as fuck, man. The way that it works, but that's because it's not you like, damn, man, they hiking prices.
Come.
Nah, nigga, the dollar's just dying. It's weak. It ain't backed because why? It ain't backed by nothing, man. It has the value of the dollar is decreasing, man.
Just basically like what you said, brother. I know we got to get back to the scripture, but when you have demand for something, then the price goes up. Nobody has a demand for the dollar.
No,
because everybody's pulling for the dollar.
Yeah, they want
So
it.
that's why that inflated price is going up. and the dollar's going down because your value of wanting to carry an American dollar is no longer prevalent, man.
They dumping the assets of America. They dumping that debt. China dumping debt. Russia was dumping debt that they bought. Cause see, that's the off shit is Esau. Debt is worth something to them, right? That's why it's a debt society. It runs off of debt. Like before they had, a lot of people don't know, the Rothschilds was like they wouldn't go let their companies come over here to the Americas because the people was over here like this supposed to be a new start, a new, it's a whole new thing. We not gonna be under that strenuous hold that we was when we was in Egypt. Man, no, the Rothschilds like fuck that. They was like, in order for us to bring our businesses over here, you gonna have to accept the debt. We want everything to be ran off of debt. We want you to always owe us. That's why it's an IOU society. I owe you. I always owe you. You always owe me. You can never. It's not meant for you to get above. You know what I mean? Like you look at people that like Michael Jackson, all these motherfuckers. It took them to be put in the dirt to have a surplus. But yet, while he's here, he's still racking up all these massive ass bills. But when he died, now all of a sudden, oh, he's so fucking wealthy. His estate is so fucking wealthy now that he's not here to collect on it.
This is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 12. For wisdom is a defense.
Yeah, for wisdom is a defense. And this is what's going to defend us in these last days, in this time, which is wisdom that we got in the knowledge. This is our defense. Go ahead.
And money is a defense.
Yeah, money is a defense as well. So this man says you need wisdom, you need money. Because they both are a defense. You know, money is a defense, wisdom is a defense. Because when you think about when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, Yahweh said they have no money. But the people he was around had money. You know, they had money. They was able to put, do certain things that Yahweh Shah needed. You know, but Yahweh Shah having wisdom, he got the money. And that's exactly the people. Exactly. Go ahead.
But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Woo! Consider the work of the Most High.
Hey, read that again.
This is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 12. Wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Wisdom giveth life to them that have it, man. Read.
Consider the work of the Most High.
Hey, man, so you got to consider that, man. You know, that wisdom and knowledge, man, you're going to be able to take care of your issues, man. Whatever you're dealing with, man, the Lord put you in a position, that go back to 1 Thessalonians 4:11. The Lord put you in a position to take care of your own business, man. I think it even said in Psalm 63. Hey, man, work with your own hands, bro. Work with your shit. Do your thing, man. Because why, mate? The Lord has granted it unto you. Me and my Bunyan, we was going over, talking about the other day, how, oh man, what we said? It's number one, quick. I know I was going. Talking about the money, but we was talking about the money thing, though. Damn, man, that just stuck my head that quick, bro. It was the point. All right, but the point is, though, is that you take that money, you know what I'm saying? It's not on the wicked side. You know what I'm saying? You use it according to righteousness, man. Because you gotta live, you gotta make it in this bitch, man. You can't be working at McDonald's making $8 an hour with a fucking bills like that, bro. It's not, right, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, the whole, like, nothing, entrepreneurs always been in our spirit.
That's right. Because you gotta be broke being the truth.
Yeah, no, exactly. So going back to the ancient world, we've always had our own land, to our own ground. Working for someone else really, honestly, it isn't beneficial. No. It's not.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, and you know, next step to grow. And another thing too, what is being entrepreneur gives you that mind of depending on yourself.
Right.
Independency, which we need as a nation. Right. Which that's next to the God. Who does the Most High rely on? Nobody. You know, we should rely on Esau to pay our bills. Because that nigga can kick us off the job, kick us off the thing. We ain't got no job no more, man. You know?
But he looked at, they got that, he looked at, he told me hi to you.
Yeah.
Just being nice. That, hey, Smitty. That's sexual harassment. Yeah, that's sexual harassment. You know? Or according to their laws.
Exactly. And another thing, too, life is to be enjoyed in a certain way. And life is to be enjoyed in a certain way. You think about, you think about all the men of the Lord. Did they ever have to clock in? Right. And something else, they at a certain time, and I don't know. They had their money, but they also lived freely, man. Now that's literally how Esau oppressed the people by having us in this form of this life. We had to go to school, get a so-called career, get a job. But you can end up getting a diploma and not have no job.
Hey, and then
Right?
you can accrue all this fucking massive
Yeah,
debt.
you get all that, and then you get all that debt.
Go to college, man. Hey, when you can come out of college with $200,000 worth of debt, man. Depending on what you're doing. Hey, don't go and do your doctor's degree and don't go become a doctor. Because you go to be a doctor, lawyer is bad, but doctors worse. Because they still be accruing when they actually out working. They call when they doing their residency, bro. They still be going to, some of them still be in college, still racking up the fucking fees. And then when they do a residency, they get paid shit. Get paid shit on the dollar, man. Like, bro, that's some horrible shit. So here you done went to school all this time, and by the time you make it, you fucking 30 years old, you just finally can get your own fucking real money, get your own office. But when you get it, now you still paying back all this fucking debt.
Then you gotta get a wife. Then you gotta get a house. Then you gotta get a car. Then you got kids. Now you fucked up, man.
Yeah, bro. And another thing too, you think about Solomon. Solomon had trades. You think about Solomon had different shipment going out different places trading for different goods. So Solomon kept it, like I said, back in the days we understood the flow of money and how to keep it rolling, how to work. No, we didn't. He said it because it was something that it was a need, you know. Because Solomon also had shipment going different places, selling different goods, and making the money off the goods he was selling back to him. And that's always been a thing in the nation of Israel. That's why Jake always trying to figure out a way, because that's just in our spirit, a hustle, you know, a hustle that'll be able to give you some financial freedom, back and forth, you know. That's just called using wisdom. Because even I believe in the scripture about it's in Luke somewhere when it talks about a merchant, he fired his steward because he overpaid something. I can't remember how it goes. Overpaid something, but the steward, you know what I'm talking about? The steward went back and he went back and asked all the people that his master owed money to, asked for that money back. And he said that was a wise steward because I went, you know what I'm saying, acquired this thing, and he got his job back. He was using wisdom. He cut him a deal. Wisdom always do, hey man, I got this deal to shoot now. You know what I'm saying? That's in our spirit to be like that, man. That's why we're moving and we move, man. You know?
You know, devil's hold on that is he was forgiving men their debts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So forgiving men their debts. You know what I'm saying? And that's giving his job back. So that's a principle right there for business.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that 1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passing away.
So they that use this world not abusing, for the fashion of this world passing away. So we can use things of the world to benefit us, but we're not of it. You know, you can do certain things that can benefit you, but you're not, you know what I'm saying, all up in the shit of the world. That's called using your surroundings. That's called, like I was just saying, be harmless, if he wise, a serpent harmless and help. A serpent uses his surroundings to get his prey. You know, a serpent has come up blindly in the text. No, the serpent uses wisdom. That's why serpents are very wise. That's why, you know, look at the doctors and shit. You got that serpent thing. It represents wisdom. You know. Also, an owl represents wisdom.
Dragon.
A dragon represents wisdom. You know. Because why? They know how to move, man. They know how to move in and out. A snake knows how to get the fuck out of a situation. You think a snake gonna stay up in nothing? You think a snake gonna fight a battle? Know it can't win? Hell no. It's gonna be straight the fuck on, bro. Look, I'm trying to find a nigga, he gone, you can't find no more. Because why? That's using wisdom. Slippery, man, hard to catch. That's the thing about Esau. Esau's mastered the serpent way of being. That's why it's hard to catch his ass, man. He made it when it's hard to catch him in his lies. Because he has so many lies out there, you gotta break one lie to get to the next lie to get to that lie to get to that lie, man. You know, he already covered shit up. You know, he's constantly painting over something. This nigga's a workman master in wickedness.
Hey, the Renaissance just within itself, man.
Yeah.
The rebirth of his nation.
Yeah, and look how he did. Look how he did the Dark Age. Look what he did. He went around
all over.
taking all the noses down. Boom, 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 boom. Making all the faces pale faces. Going through Christianity into his own. Paint the Messiah to look like himself. You know, kind of, because this nigga's smart, and you gotta give Esau for being the devil's greatest, man. I mean, he's credible to be a devil.
Hey, what do you have with Leonardo da Vinci? We
Yeah,
painted over all the
he put that work in, man. So that's why you gotta watch out for Esau, man. You don't know where the fuck he's coming in. It was with this whole new, stream coming out. You know these vaccinations, you know, these Max 19s and shit. You know how the hell this shit gonna come out, bro? How you gonna come with this shit? He'll come on the quick tip, don't even know it. You could be driving, the FBI phones your ass out the car. Oh shit, what the fuck? That's Esau for you, man.
Esau changed a shape or something with the same liquid. You know what I'm saying? There be something square, he'll change a triangle, he'll change to a rectangular. You know, Jake won't be able to see. It's the same serpent. It's the same thing. I got a quick piece of it.
He finished that later.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 13. Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Exactly. Who can make that thing straight which he hath made crooked? So America was built to be crooked. I mean, it's formed in the fashion that way to be wicked. We see every day more and no more explain upon it. You know it. If you're in the truth, you understand why this shit's fucked up.
Right.
You know? But to the simple, they don't see it. They think it's okay. You know, they support that homosexual bullshit. They support all that women liberty bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But when they think about it, we're not against women. We're against wicked women. We're against women that believe that they ought to be gods and they ought to be worshipped. That shit is unnatural. A woman should not be in there and have that mind frame of believing that she's over a man. That's fucking wicked. A woman is trained to be under the man, not over. Because she's the weaker vessel. That's why she said give honor to the weaker vessel, man. Because she's feeble.
Hey, Slocky. Hey, you know what they did, Esau? They had that one woman, man. She was a CIA agent. I can't remember her name right now. She started that woman's feminist shit. She started that feminist shit back in the it was like in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. You know, because that's what Jake was, you know, pro black, right? Huh? No. It was in the 70s, 80s. She was like back when Jake was doing the Afro women, we had the big ass afros and shit. They didn't like that shit. They was trying to find a way to get at the women. So what they do, they took the Edomite CIA agent, nobody did shit, and she started the activists for women rights. I can't remember the bitch name. She started, you know, she started, and now who the chief head of it? It's a nigga woman, man. You know, now this bitch probably at home with her husband every night while she was doing all this. But she at home sucking this nigga balls every night. You know, worship him at his feet. Hey, and they listen to him laugh and look at the nigga women houses being corrupted, get them niggas food stamps, give them niggas all of this. She coming out with all of this bullshit, but she going home and doing her womanly deeds. Washing the dishes, doing the clothes, you know what I'm saying? Making sure the kids is good. You know, he come home, what, baby, you got my beer? Oh, here, honey. I'm home. Oh, I already got your plate ready. Right here. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Her name is
Gloria. Yeah, it's Steam something. Let me see. Yeah, Gloria Steiner. Right? That's that bitch, man. Yeah, she started that woman's feminist shit. You know?
And that shit's heavy, especially in what they got war history now. They teach that shit. Remember they teach that woman empowerment shit. They teach that shit in school. So you look what it got you. So now at the home, we got a lot of, especially nowadays, and the newer generation, the dating scene they say it's decline. The dating scene is bad now in 2020.
Oh shit, Salaki, that women don't. Oh shit. Hey man, my rib showed me. My rib showed me the shit that they got for the woman now. They said you don't need no nigga. They got it suck your clit, and that shit it hit the woman's shit, and she just go for fucking days, man. I mean, the woman said that she was like, she told her husband was trying to get something for like a month, and she wasn't having it because that fucking thing is so good that she just all over the fucking place, man. They was showing that shit. She was like, look at this shit. She said, look at these women showing they little gadget and then they showing their bed sheets. How wet the motherfucking bed is. And my husband didn't do this. Yeah. And it was, I forget, it was the road. Oh, it's called the Rose.
Yes.
It's the Rose.
Yeah. But that also goes back to that Virgin Mary bullshit. That goes back to that because that's what the Christianity does. The reason why they had that's why they put this shit so hard. Mary didn't need a man to create what you call what you say the Yahweh shop, right? And that's why Christianity, that's why women are so that's why you see women in the church. It's the women worship. It's the worship of the woman so that she's higher than a man. That she don't need a man. And if you believe that Yahweh shop was born without a father, You know what I'm saying? That a man need to have sex to have a son. You're fucking retarded. How does that make sense? That's against nature itself. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's to put the thing on a pedestal. So now anytime we talk about the Lord, oh yeah, but Mary did this. Mary held the son of the Most High, the most glorious thing. She ain't even no man, so why do I need a man? That's what what the shit that they do. That's what Esau does, man. You look at the Statue of Liberty, ladies, they call Lady Liberty, man.
Liberated by a woman.
Liberated by a woman. All this shit is feminized. They feminize the society to demasculate men.
That's why
demasculate men.
Like we was talking about earlier. That little Nas X.
Yeah, that's why you got homosexuals. Like that's why you got niggas like this. Lil Nas, literally on the BAT Awards, get done with the show, kissing the nigga mouth to mouth. And literally during the fucking scene. What is this doing to the man? The Israelite man, making the Israelite man look weak.
Especially with young niggas.
You know?
That's that, that's the thing about Babylon. They really come with that Jezebel spirit. Because who was Jezebel hanging out with? Who was she hanging out with in them towers, man? The eunuch. Niggas with no nuts, with no dicks. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same vibration America push.
I got this piece. This is
Hey, it's like, but he's right, because when he said that, I get where he's going. Like you said, once you chop your nuts off, hey, what they do to a dog when they don't want a dog to be able to get to impregnate? They try to do it to men. Yeah. They cut your nuts off, man. Hey, you can have your rod. You don't want to fuck with a rod, you ain't got no balls, man. It just don't, what's going to come out that motherfucker? It's worthless,
It changes fear.
Right, it's worthless. Right, it's worthless. That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, when they with the eunuchs, he ain't had no nuts, so he don't know what he is, man. That's where that shit come from with that that the Baphomet shit, where they got a rod and a vagina with breasts,
This is 1 Peter 3:5. For after this manner in the old time the holy woman also who trusted in the Most High.
Yes, women who trusted in the Most High. None of you women trust in the Most High, man. None of you women trust in the Lord. Because you're not doing none of the shit that 1 Peter say, man. You go against the scriptures of the Heavenly Father, man.
Adored themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
Yeah, what woman nowadays is subject to her own husband? Very few. You might find some, but very few are subject to their own husband. Especially nowadays, with all this Me Too. My vaginal region, my vagina, I do what I preach. That's not profitable, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
As in that Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. So Sarah called Abraham Lord. Right. What woman calls her man Lord, man?
Hey, you might find a Chinese woman though. You might find one that they can. You know what I mean? You gonna have to. It'll be if you find one, it's gonna be of the other nations.
Yeah, that's it. But from our nation, because the not scripture said the Most High made the man, the Lord Father made the man in His image. That's right. So our women are to worship as we worship the Heavenly Father. That's right. Simple.
That's right.
That's the fucking order. But women believe in their mind that they don't need a man no more. Going right back to that married bullshit. Man. Going right back to that shit. Because what does it do? It puffs a woman up to believe that she doesn't need a husband, that she doesn't need a man. Mary got it all her own. She need Joseph to create a house shot. She was just that pure. And she didn't need a man to go inside her to ejaculate within her and bring forth a son. What type of bullshit is that, man?
And that shows how stupid our woman is, because when they go pray, the Lord don't even hear that shit.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Because you gotta go through the man, it's a rank and file.
That's it.
Right? So that shit shows how stupid a woman is. Alright, this is still in 6.
Hey, like on that point, Mary didn't have to have a man to inseminate her, but Mary's cousin, who had John the Baptist, she had to have a man to inseminate the semen inside of her. How the fuck is that making sense?
Exactly.
Whose daughter ye are, as long as he dwells, do well.
Exactly. You are unless you do well. But no, like I said, and not only is he going to go down, the woman's going to go down.
That's right.
Because the woman has her reign here. She has her fucking power in the society. This system. You look on Instagram, women have these bitches be having 1,000 DMs, bro. From all different types of dudes. That'll make a woman feel like she's God, bro. Social media has made women feel like they're God. Because you look on the thing, all these men want me. You get rid of social media, you take it back. You get rid of social media, women, they get humble. That only woman in itself, social media. Because the internet is worldwide. So she has worldwide niggas that's giving her attention 24/7.
And are not afraid with any amazement.
Yeah, not
Like-
go ahead, no, go ahead.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Yeah, go with them according to knowledge, especially in these times we're living in. You know, if you have a wife on this side, you know, and you're in the truth, go with her according to knowledge, man. No thing you say, you know, learn how to deal with women in this world because, like I said, you know, it's not really possible to deal with women on this side, but like I said, we're men, we gotta, hey, look, bro, most like Chris that way, we love women, you know? But deal with her according to knowledge. Don't go in too deep with the scriptures. Don't go in unless you know she's built for that. Some brothers that have wives that believe, some don't. You know, most women I deal with, they don't believe in what I believe in, man. They be on that bullshit. But I deal with them according to knowledge. You know, if she believes in deal with, you go with her according to knowledge, man. You know things you can say to her, things you can't. You know.
Give it honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Yes, give honor to the wife as a weaker vessel. So she's a weaker vessel. She's not strong as you. She's weak. Go ahead.
And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. This is Sirach 9, verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine.
Yeah, and that goes to another thing too. What does they do? Commit adultery. They sit with other men's women. Spending the money. Buying the wine with her, man. You know? Go ahead.
Hey, Slocky, on that point, what they tell her to do when you go to the military? Hey, don't worry about it. Jody got your girlfriend. Jody driving your Cadillac. Because while you gone, your woman, you know, especially you doing 8, 9, 10 months, you doing a year, 2 years, some of the dudes be gone for 2, 3 years. She get it. Where we live, they got a ring of military bitches that got a prostitution ring. That when they men go, they go fuck with the other men. Alright? Somebody turn the lights on or some shit. It's a whole thing they got. Yes.
You heard that shit?
Yes. Yeah. Because, you know, what's the place that was in the military? She was telling me about it. Like, that's what the bitches be doing. So, you know, I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. But, hey, when the Bible tell you about Jody got your Cadillac, you know, Jody gonna be driving your Cadillac. So what is a woman gonna do, man? She gonna, a few months, 6 months, she ready. She can make 6 months, bro. She wanna fuck. She get hot. You don't let her go out seeing dudes got this little buff going on and shit. She going to the grocery store seeing this dude, that dude. Hey, man, she gonna be tingling. She's gonna be so many times she gonna wanna play with herself. She gonna want that man thrusting, man. You know what I'm saying?
They always know after a woman get off her period, that's when
She be hot, bro.
she be ready. So it ain't we
No, she be hot on her period.
Yeah.
She be hot, man.
Yeah, this shit fucked up. Man, we gotta get the fuck up out of here, yo.
I got a quick precept what Billy was saying earlier. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. I'm going to read it down to 5. Go to the shop. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
Yeah, false balance abomination is the most. That's why also the truth that be balanced out. You know, we have to balance this thing out with also the truth and also their life. You know, we can't just endorse one thing and overthrow the other. Have a balance, you know. You got time and place for everything. We have to learn how to balance this thing out in a way that we can get. And it doesn't until it keeps you sound. It keeps you going, man. When you have a good balance of the truth, it keeps you flowing because you're able to heal. You know, you see certain shit. You don't see homosexual. You be like, man, fucking nigga gonna die. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? You don't like fucking that. When she Jake doing stupid shit, you move on. Ooh. You know? But you're balanced right, man. It keeps your mind sane.
Hey, and the truth on that is, if you constantly always in the scriptures every day, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day in, when you go back into the world, you like don't even know how to deal with the world. Even with all that knowledge, start fucking like, I'm not even supposed to be. Your mind start thinking different, man. Yes, your vexation be heavy. So you don't know, but when you got a good balance of the scriptures, I might go take my lady out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Here and there and shit, I might take it to the movies and shit. I'm gonna sit far in the back so I can catch that back door in case niggas don't want to do the gun or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you thinking this shit. You know, I'm sitting on the aisle side. I'm gonna do shit with some knowledge when I do it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know what's about to pop off and shit. Cause these niggas is crazy. So, you know, but you know how to move in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? You can,
Got me.
yeah, you go around, be around people, man. You just don't go around people be sitting there, shit. You ain't been socialized, and you sit around, you be like, and you won't be around nobody. You know they demons, but you get what I'm saying. But you gotta socialize your shit, man, a little bit. You gotta get amongst them demons, man. Hate to say it, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
too, you
balance it, bro.
to hold this regular civilized conversation with, even
Yeah.
it could be a nigga chose rep, you talk to niggas for like 15, 20 minutes, and go about your business.
Yeah, don't bug you out, bro.
You don't get a demon. But it's just how, it's like I said, it's balancing, bro. It's moving around.
I always,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
always use the analogy. This is the third dimension. You can physically see this three-dimensional. You can see Esau's building is three-dimensional. But when you eat this road, you start to go to a fourth dimension. That's the heavenlies, man.
Your mind literally leaves.
Yeah, you'll leave this thing. You gotta come back, like the brother said. You gotta come and walk through the three-dimensional and be able to maintain your balance. And then once you come back home, you gotta equal that balance out and make sure you get that work from y'all by y'all show.
Hey, cause I said it before when I was sick that time, man. You know, for that fucking like 12 days, 13, 14 days, however long it was, I didn't go out and do nothing. I didn't go outside. I didn't do shit. I got to do it, man. But when I finally, got the strength to want to go outside on the end of it, man, I felt funny as fuck, man. I didn't, and then I was already in my mind. I was already in my head. I was like, in my mind, I was already like, man, I'm with this fucking world. Now I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm so close to the spirit where I'm thinking I'm about to die myself. I'm like, fuck it. But when I get back out in the world, man, I'm hating people, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, it make you want to do, it make you literally want, I want to become a terrorist, and I hate to say it, bro. You literally just want to just kill shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but you gotta bring yourself back. You gotta pray to the Lord that He bring you back. So I know how it is if you don't socialize for so long. Hey, why you think, Jake, when they get locked up in prison, man, when they come back to the world, they be all fucked up? That's why they're like, damn, man, this shit changes, though, different. Because they've been so closed in and confined, and when you get back out to the world, you like, oh shit, like, oh, I gotta figure out how to maneuver, man. And then a lot of them cats, they're like, fuck, bro, I can't do this shit. It's too much now. It'll change so much. That's like, man, fuck, let me go rob somebody. Then you start robbing, killing niggas to go back in prison. Because that's what they done got used to, man. You get caged in so long, you want to be caged in. So that's JP, where that really goes back to us anyway. Being, what's that shit called? Stockholm Syndrome. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
But a just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame.
Pride comes, then cometh shame. We see examples of that all the time. Like other Israelites. Pride comes, then comes to shame. Because they says they mouth for shame. Go ahead.
But with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them.
Yes, transgressors shall destroy them, man. Go ahead.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Yeah, rich profit not in the day of wrath. Because when the Heavenly Father gets ready to destroy society, money gonna matter. It's gonna be obsolete. Yeah. It's not gonna have no value anymore. Right?
Value gonna be in you.
Exactly.
Goods, food, money, water. Food, water.
And that's only the wisdom that we've accumulated through Spirit of Yahweh Shem Shil.
And that's gonna be the hottest commodity, man. I ain't trying to cut you off, all right? But the hottest commodity gonna be human trafficking. All right? Hey, cause I want to shit you not, man. I'm gonna give you some little Edomites to sell. Cause you gotta move like you gotta use wisdom, bro. It's just like on this side, man. You know the Lord put you. Hey, man, he might snatch you up a couple little Edomite bitches, man. You ain't gonna snatch up a Jake, but you don't want to snatch your people. When he starts to snatch you, you might snatch you up a gold fight or Edomite bitch to wash your ass and and do for you as you want. But Esau, you gonna keep them purposely. Cause nigga, who love them Edomite bitches? Jake love them bitches, man. You can barter and trade that hoe, man. That hoe be worth $1 million, man. She'll get you for 6 cities, man. She'll get you a car and shit. Hey, Jake will end up fucking make a car that can drive off of just the sun and shit. You drive all day long until it turns dark. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I got these 2 of my bitches right here. I got one with a big fat ass booty too. What about? Oh man, perfect. You got 2, 3 cars, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can fuck these hoes all night. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but that's a barter trade system, bro. That's how it's gonna be.
You always go back to Denzel Washington.
Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
That's right.
You know, when that lady came out and like she wanted to
Hell
give
yeah.
them some beans for free.
That's right.
In that day, it ain't gonna be nothing for free.
Hell no.
Because you always gotta be in position to be on the defense.
That's right. It's gonna be a price.
To continue, it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
That's Christ delivered from death. And the right side we're doing this is working this will as a will of the Heavenly Father. So when that delivers from death, which is the start of death that's coming with the silver burning fire, America, man. It's so open that we can deliver.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his ways, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness.
Yes, and the wicked shall fall by their own wickedness, and the right shall be directed by this. This is why that Heavenly Father is directing us, man. That's going to be our direction in this time. Is the Lord directing us on how to move, man, where to go, on how to do this, do that, boom, 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 how to move in the spirit, man. Because we're not going, the Most High has charge over us right now, man. We don't have charge over our own life. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't know what the next day holds. Tomorrow, like Forrest Gump said it, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
That's
And
right.
that's the truth. Especially messing with Yahweh Shemiel Shai. You never know what tomorrow holds, man. We don't know what the next 2 hours from now holds, bro.
That's right. That's right.
We just go what we know with the flow. That's why we don't worry about day to day. We just, hey, look, I live a day. Tomorrow comes, whatever happens tomorrow, we don't know. Hey, man, the fucking sky can crack tomorrow. Yahweh Shai can return tomorrow. Who knows? You know, some crazy shit can happen within the next few hours. We don't know. That's why it's talking about the man, a lot of like baseball, stuff.
The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but the transgressor shall be taken in their own naughtiness.
Yeah.
When a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish.
Yeah, when the wicked man died, expectation shall perish. But look at all these wicked niggas that have died. The king gone, man. You know? This shit perish, bro. Anybody, you niggas post about this shit, but a couple years from now, man, everybody forget about that nigga. Because who is that dude, man? No, nobody. He's just a so-called, what you call a nigga that can't rap anyway. You know what I'm saying? You think about it.
Right.
We spit out a bunch of poison out of his mouth.
When the wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of the unjust man
5%.
of the unjust men perisheth. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh to his stead.
Yeah, that's it. So the righteous are delivered out of trouble. We're delivered out of the horror and desperate times of death, man. I mean, we're going to be delivered both doors from this upcoming destruction. Whether if we even die on this side. If we happen to come to be there, we had to get put to death for being Lord Yahweh Shai, we live anyway forever through the Lord Yahweh Shai. We could even die. And on the court of this side, we never die. All we're going to do is get life forevermore. So we win no matter what, either life or death. Go ahead.
An hypocrite with his mouth destroyed his neighbor.
Yeah, hypocrite with his mouth destroyed his neighbor. What is Esau? Hypocrite. It's to act like to be right, or he goes out sing up to us. I will put you up against the hypocritical nation to act. What is Esau's biggest act? To act like he's a godly nation. That's why they had a Bible. But when you go to court, just put your right hand on the Bible. I swear, the president doesn't say something on the Bible. You know, just to somehow put that thing of, we're a godly country. What that nigga said, or that so wrong. What would you say? They're taking the vaccine is going back to loving your neighbor like as yourself. You know, that's what they do. They're pushing in there as if they are godly, but they're fucking wicked. That's to act like. That's what a hypocrite means. To act like something, but you're really not. You're the complete opposite of what you act like.
Saying one thing, exactly. Like we talk about his mom. So you can't rob, steal, and murder, but you did.
Exactly. All doing shit.
All this still doing today.
But through knowledge shall the just be delivered.
Just through knowledge shall just be delivered. Because through knowledge we have one we deliver. Go ahead.
When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And with the wicked perish, there is shouting.
Yeah, when the wicked perish, there is shouting. Because why when the wicked perish, there shall be shouting? Because there's going to be judgment happening. Same way happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. There was shouting. The niggas were screaming. All them faggot niggas, they was spraying, bro. Ah! Screaming and hollering. Because of what? The motherfucker gonna be destructive upon the wicked. Well, see how the right they shall rejoice because why? We're not getting destroyed. Because we did what's right. You know? It's gonna be cheers happening. You know? What you did to see now, bottles popping. We're gonna be in a rejoicing type spirit. But on this side, when we look down on America, that's why Revelation 15 talking about they hold the looking glass and it was filled with fire. We'll be looking down from out of the tree and seeing the ugly get burnt the hell up, screaming out.
By the blessing of the upright city is exalted, but is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked.
That's right.
He that is a void of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace.
That's it, a man of understanding holdeth his peace. You know, and then like I said, even with this times when this, and that's the only in a time when Jesus trouble, we don't have to order our pieces at times. Because even tell about your house shot. What is that? I know that. It's Matthew 26, I think it was around like verse like 43. It talks about how the Lord held this peace, man. When the Lord's getting interrogated, he didn't go up and say, oh yeah, fuck you, I'm the son of the Most High. He said, thou sayest I'm the son of the Most High. You said, nigga, not me. And that's how we're going to be also in that time we get interrogated. We're not going to have to always speak. It's no, sometimes quiet is the best thing to do.
The Lord is going to speak through you through the Holy Spirit. I'm through with that.
This is Matthew 26, verse 23. And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with meat in the dish, the same shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed.
Is that woe to that man who the Son of Man is betrayed? Now when Yahweh was speaking, did he say it was Judas? No, because he knew the scripture shall be fulfilled. That was Yahweh saying using wisdom. Go ahead.
It had been good for that man if he had not been born.
Yup.
Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said.
Y'all said, thou hast said. You know? Y'all said, thou hast said. Same thing what he said to the high priest. Hey, thou hast said, I'm the son of the Most High. Y'all didn't come up with, like I said, he didn't have to say very much. Because you know, time we're not going to have to give a whole explanation, a whole fucking, you know, a whole zoom, wham, whams, a whole fucking paragraph. You know, Esau talking about, he took the chip, fuck you, I'm not taking it. Put you on the top, right there, the last thing words to say, yeah, how about see me outside? That's it.
Right.
I mean, that's all this also be needful to be said. And if the Lord delivers us, then the Lord delivers us. If not, we want in.
Talking too much prolong your torture.
Yeah, it really does.
You know
It does, man.
You might as well go ahead. Hey, what Jake always say?
Get to the fucking
Man, just
point.
take me out, man. Hey, if somebody get robbed or you see some of them old gangster movies, what they always say? Hey, man, just take me out, man. Quit all that talking, man. Because what happens? Just like when you watch that old school movie, Boys in the Hood. You know, Trey didn't talk that much. So he was delivered from that position, but his little boy was talking, man. You know what I'm saying? The Trey was talking at first, but when that gun got put to his head, all silence came, man. If he would have just did it from the beginning, he would have been all right. But you know, he kept his composure, and he went home to a woman. You know, and what he do? He got his frustration. You know what he do? He go to his knee, hug her, man, because what he went through was death, man.
Hey, that goes show you what a woman's supposed to be. Supposed to be a pillar of rest. Not to be worshipped. She's there to make sure you good. Because you the man, you got to go through all this shit in this world. You doing all the fighting. You know, you going back and forth to war. So when you come home, you need something soft. So after all that shit you have dealt with, all that mental shit you did, all that killing the shit you had to do, and you come kill that pussy, man. You know? And it costs a fleet. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm saying it wrong.
Hey, he said it's on
I like saying it wrong. Yeah, you know? Shit. But that's what you supposed to do.
Yeah, God.
You know? And then you should have about 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 wives. So you just taking that shit all out on all of them. But they enjoying it. You know what I mean? But you giving it in, you do, you know, you getting that shit out your system. And then you come back to the world, now you all right. Because now you can walk and move again. You know what I'm saying? You refresh, man. You know, your woman looked out for your women, looked out for you, make sure you straight. Every time you got an issue, you slap the titty in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But that's what women supposed to do. No, they gonna make it worse. Now, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, well, you should have did this. Nigga, yeah. You know?
So that makes you more grinding,
That
man.
fucks it even up.
Yeah, that's what Jake come home and he want to, you know, smack it down. But you gotta keep your composure. I always use the word composure, man, because if you don't, you can make one thing like this become great. Yeah. You go home and you get mad at your woman talk smack, and you just smack her down. Well, you cause more greater pain than you had. Because now you get ready to go to jail, get served papers, then you're gonna have to go to court, then you're gonna deal with the chick, then you ain't gonna have nowhere to go, then you're gonna go back to her house and kiss her ass, man. That's what Jake go through all the time. The same way when you got a baby mama. You know, hey, Jake got her down near bed because he put in a situation where if he deal with another woman, she gonna take his child away. They put him on child support. Hey, then if he come over there with his new woman, what she say? Who is that bitch? You know? She gets mad and she said, Junior ain't going with you today. And you paying for them. What you gonna do? You gonna smack her up and go to jail again?
For my check,
Yeah. So that's that wicked way. That's why Jake always be in that state of aggressiveness, man. Because none of the laws are meant for you. You constantly getting your ass beat down.
Hey, it made me think about that movie back in the day, Deuces. Y'all remember Deuces?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all watched it with my man when he got out of prison. Hey man, first thing he did, man, he went home and we was with his woman. And he was busting that shit up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she got mad. She was like, we can't be laying up in here all day. All you doing is slap the pussy, slap the shit. Like, this something, you know, man. But with a man, you know what I mean? When you get, that's the way a man come off of some shit, man. You get some heavy shit going on, some shit like you come out of prison, you been locked down all that time. You come home, you want your woman to be a pillow of rest, man. You know, they can't get that shit. They don't understand that.
That's the same way with wisdom. If you look at wisdom, it's the same way. If you're going through a heartache and pain, you go to wisdom. She'll moan, she'll calm you down. You know, you go and start reading them scriptures, and the Lord start reading Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, you know, wisdom of Solomon.
Hey, and he like the wisdom to a woman.
That's right, bro.
That's the whole point.
This is Luke 12 and 11. And when they bring you unto the synagogues and unto the magistrates and power, take ye no thought how or what things ye shall answer,
Go ahead.
or what ye shall say. For the Holy Ghost shall teach you in the same hour what ye ought to say. So basically, if you do get brought up to the synagogue, or brought up to jail, or brought up to the chief Esau or whatever, man, you don't be shit thinking in your head, what should I say about this? Or if I say this, will he kill me? Don't be thinking about that, man. All you gotta do is think how I'm thinking now. I'm not thinking what to say now. I'm just going rolling off based off the spirit. That's how you should be thinking.
That's
you
right.
Saying, okay, you shouldn't be thinking your mind should be blank. All right. If you don't say nothing, that's all. That's all it is. All right. Just like how y'all would shout, pray to y'all. What do y'all would say to y'all would shout? Nothing. All right.
And the Lord came to him thrice. 3 times, no answer. Because he already knew the answer. Same thing with the scripture. Right. You know, people ask what's the most time to talk to him. Say the word of the Lord. You know? There's no answer to be given but the Bible, man.
That's good you say that. Because most of the time, if you read your parents don't say nothing. What does it mean? No. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it ain't gonna change. You know? Don't even ask no more. You ain't hear nothing from me. Hey, you ever go when you were parents was a child, you went to your parents, you said, can I get some cookies? If they don't respond, and you go do it, what happens? Getting your ass full. I didn't tell you yeah. So you didn't say nothing? Well, that means I don't want you to do it. If I wanted to do it, what did I do? I told you to do it. Same way with Yahweh shot, man. Yahweh, hey, he was quiet. He was at that moment where this is your lot. This is your destiny. But look at how beautiful it is now. Yahweh shot gonna be exalted when he comes to the clouds, man. Every knee will bow to Yahweh shot, man. That's why you should take this lightly, man. The other day I was driving in the car, I was just thinking like, man, how privileged am I to come out here on the highways and the byways and teach the Most High's word, man. How many dudes out here that don't even know about this word, this wisdom? But the Most High brought certain men to come do this work. How privileged are we, man?
The other thing too, we never knew. You know, this shit was just by chance. You know, this wasn't, and what the scripture said about the chance was given all men. You know, this was given by chance.
Time to chance, man.
You know, we didn't know. We didn't never know that we could be possibly chosen to be one of the elect. This was given by chance. And that's the only, this shit is slim as hell, bro. Out of all the people upon the world, everybody that you see doing this work, they're not, man. Why? There's a certain reason. That's why, like I said again, that's why this is the honorable thing, man. Because we were chosen out of the Israel talking about being as a sinner seed. Like I said, we didn't know. We could have been easily the biggest in the world. I mean, it could have been so easily, bro. I mean, so easily, but we're here. You know, this was destined. We didn't fucking know this, man. This wasn't something that we know pat on our fucking forehead and we came out the womb. You know what I'm saying? It was happening by chance. We fell into the grace of Yahweh by Shina Shine. That's some lucky thing, you know?
This is 1 Peter 2:2. As newborn babes desire the sinister milk of the word that ye may grow thereby. That's it, right? So based off of that right there, all right? Without learning this truth, without studying, all right? Without studying, how will you get closer to the Lord? All right? How will you grow in the spirit? Just like as a baby needs his mother's breast to grow. How will you grow? The woman's breast for us is this scripture, all right? It's how the hell will we grow if we do not learn and study? How will we know the time to know? All right? How will we know faith if we do not go back in the scriptures and see?
Knowledge. Yeah, it's a comfort. When you learn the truth, man, it's a comfort. You know? It's a true comfort because we know who we are now. We know we're comfortable, us being Israelites. You know? We in the world, we were uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because there was always a question I asked about what about this, what about that? All of our answers, all of our questions have been answered now. Who was coming into this knowledge?
Hey, what's that? Just take a look. It's in the book. Reading Rainbow. And reading Rainbow, man. Just take a look. Motherfuckers right in the book. You need that answer, it's there. You want that answer, the Lord put that thing in the book. Open that book, read it, and it'll come to you.
I got a quick precept real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line.
Right.
Here a little and there a little. Hey man, that's what he just said. Through the breast, through the milk of what? The knowledge, man. That's how you get the knowledge. Through what? The weaning of drinking the milk to the meat. That's why when brothers first come in the truth, just be quiet and just listen. Gain the milk. Gain the milk and start eating on the meat. Generally, then you will be exalted in due season, man.
Ain't that how you do a baby in real life? You know, you wean them off that bottle. They drink that it's supposed to be breast milk, but you know, these niggas want to put them on Similac, all that bullshit. But when they drink, after about what, 9 months, 10 months, you start taking, you slowly but surely, you give them a bottle that got just a little regular milk in it. Then you start, then by the time they turn the year, you start getting little pieces of grind up where you be feeding them that food, that grind up food, about 9-10 months of chicken, grind up, rice and shit. They gradually, you gradually, then that's it, they 1, 2, 3 years old, they smash it. You ain't got, they playing with food all up in their face and shit.
They ain't choking.
They ain't choking. No, hell no, they smashing it down.
You don't give a 3-month-old rice and chicken.
Everybody can't handle it.
They can't handle it. They don't have the teeth.
Right. They can't break it down.
Right.
And that goes when it takes time. Right. If you grow in the shoot, it takes a certain amount of time to get at a certain point. You can't expect to be at a certain point at a certain time. It takes a lot of time, man.
God.
It takes a lot of maturity in the spirit. I mean, it takes a lot of time, bro. This is not a fly by night thing, man.
Right, you shouldn't jump in the scriptures the first year, learning the first year, and the first 6 months to a year, and you out on the highways by yourself, teaching something wrong. Because you're gonna be fucking up a whole lot. Because you're gonna be getting a whole lot of shit wrong. Because you're still a baby. You ain't ready. You know what I mean? You can't be out there, I'm gonna run the camp, I'm leading camps. You ain't ready. You a baby. You gotta be already digesting this shit, man. You gotta be hitting the meat for a minute. And then you get out, you pop. Now, if you got a cat that's already rolling, then you knock it out with them. And you keep eating from there. But man, you got guys that just, hey man, be on the milk. Be still on the Similac and shit. Breast milk. Jumping out teaching, man. Talking all bunch of bullshit, man. Go ahead.
And that's why, like I said, this is not given to the swift. Well, we gotta get that too. This is not given to the swift. Because this is to be patient. You gotta, I said, the Most High give you, nor increase you. He'll increase you, you know what I'm saying, here, he'll give you increase. And you know when it comes. We're just not gonna overly increase you one day in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? It takes time for this shit to kick in. Then you look up, you better flow a little more better, speak a little more better, go on the words a little more better. You know what I'm saying? Know a bit more, you gotta learn more history. You gotta know a little bit of everything. And this thing about it, you can't just know only the scriptures, you gotta know a little bit of everything. You gotta know about Esau's laws, you gotta know about certain words, you gotta know a little bit of everything to fully ground yourself in the knowledge. And that takes years, bro.
You also gotta apply the scripture.
That's it.
You gotta apply it, man. You gotta walk. Just like you said a few minutes ago, if you are steadfast in one area too long, you ain't gonna understand how to apply the scriptures to life. If you stay only in one thing all the time, on one book, talking about one thing, you're not gonna be able to apply the things that Isaiah can talk about because you've been in Luke so much. You gotta be able to keep the role. That's why he said the word must be read precept upon precept, man. Because you gotta be able to explain each scripture by scripture, man. Each event by each event. Let me get this right here. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, to whom he said, this is the rest. Like, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord Yahweh was upon them, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backwards and be broken and snared and taken.
So it's precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. And every line has a certain length, and it takes time just to read through a couple of chapters, man. That's why this thing is to be serenaded, man. It's marination. You can't marinate food in a couple seconds. Oh, I want food. No, bro. You don't even marinate your food for a day, 2 days. This takes up to years, man, to be fully marinated, man, to be fully seasoned. You get to a point when you decent, you good, you know how to move in and out. But it comes to a point where it's like you just know, man. You just kind of just know where to go.
That's that digestion, man. Like what people always say about spaghetti and chili. The best days are what? The second and third. Now you can eat it on the first one, it's good, but when the seasonings get marinated, it tastes even better. And how does it marinate, man? Through patience, man. Through perfection. Perfected, that's why I did a video on the perfection of man. It just means completion, man. How do you complete a meal? Through time. You know? And there is some brothers that are that increase early in life or in this truth. You know? But it also, like the brother said before, you might have a lot of wisdom, but you don't have common sense. So you got to be able to balance that, and some other brother might be able to help you.
Hey, a brother that'll read maybe like one chapter a day, you know what I'm saying, compared to the brother that'll read 6 chapters a day, that one brother that read that one chapter a day will retain more than the brother that read them 6 chapters a day. Cause like I said, you pacing yourself. It's just, you gotta pace it. You gotta be at a certain pace. You gotta just, flow, man. Just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? This time you might read 2 chapters a day, maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? You good. Go watch a thing, boom, watch a couple videos, experience you do a video, and you might not always have a video topic off the rip. Sometimes you have to wait for the video topic to come. You might be saying I want to do a video. This time I want to do a video, but I had nothing, I was like, damn, man, shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was something coming to mind. But you sit, wait, do something else, oh, boom, it hits you. You know what I'm saying? Later in the day when you laying down or some shit, you know what I'm saying? It happened at a time when you're not really, you know what I'm saying, thinking about doing a video. But that's what I call pacing. The spirit comes and goes, bro. It comes and it flows. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it don't be. You know? Sometimes it comes and it goes like the wind, bro. You know?
That's that spirit.
Hour and 40. What time should I stop?
This is Psalms chapter 1, verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. And that's the point, man. Like you was just talking about, man. Like a tree doesn't necessarily bring forth in one day. All things come in season, and that you being that tree with that fruit, right? There goes the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Doing the works of the Lord. All these things take time, and they come forth in season. You know what I'm saying? Just like the tree was said.
That's right, brother.
This is Ecclesiastes 9, verse 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong.
Yes, the race is not to the swift nor the strong, right? You could be the fastest brother when it comes to the precepts. Go ahead.
Neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth. But time and chance happeneth to them all.
Yeah, time and chance happens to them all. So some things don't just give it because you're skillful at certain things. It's time and chance. The time will come, man. When you'll be, oh shit, it'll hit. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll just flow. Not because you were just overly good at one thing, no, because you were good at multiple things. Your times was in different places. Go ahead.
For man also knoweth not his time.
Yeah, man also don't know your time. Your time will come. You know, you don't know when your time gonna come. You know, in the spirit. Yeah, you could be stuck on a certain scripture for a minute. You'll be like, damn, but what does that mean? It could be a whole month before you honestly cook with your mind. But that's the thing about it. It happens to me before, man. It'll certain scripture I was trying to find a damn breakdown on it. Couldn't find it. Sat on it. I left it alone. I left it alone. So it'll come when it comes. Left it alone. Looked up. A month later. Boom. Oh, that's what that means. Okay, because I see, oh, okay, damn. What y'all I see outside. Oh. That's the thing about it. She don't always come quick, bro. Right?
As the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them.
Yeah, so it just falls something. It's something that it just happened, you know. It just overtook you. It's a feeling. It's a certain feeling you get, an overbearing feeling that you get. You go, oh damn. You know, it happens, bro. It just fucking out of the middle of nowhere. You know, it's not when you're expecting it. You could be literally doing something. You could be with your woman sitting there on a date. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? What y'all sitting about? Oh, I just got on this thing about something off the rip. You know? But that's the word, man. That's how much you know shot.
This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and few men with it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city.
Is that this what it was? Found this poor wise man. This man was poor, wise man. Go ahead. He delivered the city. Go ahead.
Yet no man remembered that same poor man.
So yet no man remembered that same poor man that delivered the city. And nobody knew who the dude was. That's how wisdom is. You don't suspect it in certain people. You don't suspect it at certain times of the day. But it just hits. Go ahead.
Then said I, wisdom is better than strength.
Wisdom wisdom is better than strength. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
That's it. And that's us right now, man. See, we're that poor man. And we're trying to live in wisdom. See, we're trying to live in this wisdom, man. From this up to come destruction, but they're not going to appear to the words of wisdom that we're speaking. Go ahead.
The words of wise men are heard, and quite more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools.
That's it. So our wisdom is not as heard as men that are among fools, man. Look at all the different niggas that you see. You get they have some shit from what's that nigga name? Kevin Gates. You know? He said some bullshit about, you know, you gotta separate yourself from other people to be on something else. And motherfuckers in it, they'll quote it, bro. Yeah. But then it's like the scripture says the same thing that niggas saying, man. Yeah. I mean, all these things a lot of people say they get it from the Bible, man. You know? I mean, all those quotes are in the scriptures. All these quotes will be in your own profession, be in your own business. That comes from the word of the Lord. Where the fuck do you think y'all get it from, man? You know? Go ahead.
The people don't hear it.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Because it's a rich man.
Exactly.
But when the poor man speak, which is the people that's in this truth, that's actually in this truth, that actually applies scripture and says it, nobody wants to hear it. But when a big nigga say, well, we riches,
Hey, I mean, the case in point is Kevin Samuels. We speak upon the woman damn near every so other month or so. You know, every so other couple we speak upon the woman. The same shit he say, we be saying it, but using the Bible. But because why? He has a platform, he has a degree in something, and what is it? It's like something.
This market ain't got nothing to do with
No.
it.
What's no great, bro?
Yeah, the point is he got a platform of you know, once you man pleasing, you can say what the hell you want to say, man.
Here it is, you know what I'm saying? He's saying the same shit we be saying, but just saying it in his own way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new, but he blown up. But we said, nah, nigga know what he's talking about.
Right. Well, it's a smooth thing.
Yeah.
He's smooth with his words.
Yeah.
Is he not smooth with his words?
He is, yeah.
So when we say that's too harsh.
Yeah. They be saying his shit is harsh.
Yeah, they say his shit is harsh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
wisdom is better than weapons of war.
Yeah.
But one sinner destroyeth much good.
Wisdom are better than weapons of war. Because I mean, you can deliver yourself out of such situations by using wisdom. That's why I always say Proverbs 15:1. That soft word sicketh away wrath, man. You know.
Hey, an example when I read in the Apocrypha, Daniel, he had no weapon, but he slayed a dragon. He used wisdom. He built something inside the little thing, the chamber he was in with the dragon. It said Bell of the Dragon. All right, but he killed the dragon without. And he said he was going to use not one sword, but he used wisdom, and he took it down. This is Ecclesiastes 10. Ecclesiastes 10, verse 2. A wise man's mind is at his right hand.
Yeah, the wise man's mind is at his right hand. Go ahead.
But a fool's mind at his left.
Yeah, but a fool's mind is at his left because your right represents righteousness. And left is wicked. Because what most men really do is their mind. They go off, they just go off a feeling or their emotion. Like most people like, well, I feel. Well, that's a female trait. It should be, well, I thought, I was thinking this. You know, we off our mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, also, when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth.
Yeah.
And he said to everyone that he is a fool.
Yeah.
If the spirit of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifieth great offense.
I got a good precept right there. Hey, this is St. John 3. And St. John 3 and 8. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh.
Yeah, well, we don't. That's the thing about it. The wind blows, we don't know when it's coming. We can hear it. Go ahead.
And whither it goeth, So is everyone that is born of the Spirit.
That's it. So everyone that's born of the Spirit. So when you come into the truth, then sometimes you don't necessarily feel the Spirit. You're like, damn, there's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? It comes to a pro, man. Now, as I make the other man Lord, no, it happens to everybody. We all get those weird feelings and shit. You feel like something's left. And you know it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't feel right, bro. I tell you, this time I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm missing something. I know, man, damn, the Spirit.
You know, so you can do a video and not feel right about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You be like, damn, was that even right? You feel like it's forced? You know what I'm saying? You be like, I'll force the shit out this video. Because I want to put my videos up.
That's right.
I want to keep it, you know, I want to keep the Spirit pushing, but I'm not forcing the Spirit. But no, but you just pushing doing the work of the Lord, man.
Right, brother.
So it's just like when it's working out. Like when you work out, you get that day, you be like, fuck, man. Damn, I don't, you know, my body ain't feeling it. I ain't really feeling it to do it. But you push it out, and you cool. Once you done, it's over. You go, okay, boom. You look back, next day come in, knock it out. But you know, you're gonna get those days, man. You're gonna get those days.
Sometimes, like you said, brother, you don't want to force it.
You don't want to
If
force
it's
it.
not, especially in the spirit, you don't want to force the words of Yahweh Shah, man.
You don't be wicked.
You start stumbling.
Right, or saying your own shit.
Start being in your own business.
But you notice, I did a video like that a couple days ago. But as I got into it, we started rolling, man. You know what I mean? It's so you hit a roll.
And even in like at camp, sometimes camps aren't all rough.
Hey, yeah.
You have those rough camps.
I had to apostles.
Yeah. You have them rough camps.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a couple, and you start off with it, be like you be trying to find where to go.
Yeah.
But you be like, shit, damn, hold on. But you know that scripture ain't matched with that script. Like, oh shit, let me get this script. Then it start, okay, boom. Then you find your rhythm. Even with videos. I did a video, man, where I was trying to find a point. I'm like, fuck, man, we're no running. But eventually you get to the point, man. You eventually enroll. That's how it happens.
That's why the prophet says you roll in the spirit. He said just let it roll. My son said that before, like, I'm talking. Like, you know, yeah,
You know what I'm talking about? It, you know what I'm saying? Keep on going. It hit.
What's that one verse that says, "Force of
Let me get this quick picture. This is why you're looking at that. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10, which say to the seers, which is us, see not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto us things. Let me read that again. Prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. And so that's what they want. Like we were talking about with Kevin Samuel a few minutes ago. You know, when he do it, it's smooth. You know? Yeah, he might say something that might get on their nerves, but we'll have a woman come up here and we'll talk bad to her and she'll have the whole police station over here, man. Because her spirit be so raw. You know? Because the truth coming from this truth, this Bible, this living waters, she gets mad because she knows she's cut. But to Kevin Samuel, she might get a little mad at it so she can get some TV time or some air time. But what happens, man, when somebody get the truth? How many times people done came out to the camp and get the truth? You know, guns pulled out, people throwing rocks, people throwing shit off the building. Why? The truth cuts like a two-edged sword, man. And you be bleeding, and you trying to stop the bleeding, instead of just stopping the bleeding and go get checked out, you keep running your mouth.
This is Iraq, chapter 4, verse 26. Be not ashamed to confess thy sins, and force not the course of the river. And the point is, when it talks about forcing the course of the river, you get the understanding the river is the word that we speak. So like the brother said, people will come up and try to go against it, and they end up drowning. They end up getting cut up because you're not letting the word and the spirit move how it's supposed to.
God.
Yeah, you're right. You get drowned out. What you call like waterboarding yourself. Okay, what's that called when you use too much?
Yeah. I mean, that's what they do. You know, that's what someone who don't have wisdom. They don't walk it. They don't walk. Read that again, brother. Shop.
Strive not, Salaki 26. Be not ashamed to confess thy sins, and force not the course of the river.
So you can't force it, man. You can't come up here with vain glory. Think just because you done study something for 2 weeks, you can come up here to the men of the Lord and tell them what they need to hear. Plus, most people who come up here never have a Bible in their hand. They never have anything that they can prove the facts. All they doing is talking off the dome or what somebody else has said. That's what a lot of brothers was saying. I think Apostle Gabar was talking about earlier when we was talking about wisdom, right? You start from the bottom. You have a monkey and a parrot. So a monkey wants to do everything everybody else wants to do. A parrot wants to repeat it. Then you go to the toad, and the toad is the one who learned from the parrot and the monkey, and he become damn stubborn. It's not until you read the dragon and the owl that you can understand the whole format, man. You gotta Proverbs 20:24. Men's goings of the Lord. How can a man understand his own ways? So when the Most High wants us to bring out something, or a brother get in the spirit, what do? He come through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. When you do a video, you don't force it. You let the spirit come into you. Then let Yahweh Shemel Shah work through you. Because if you don't, brother gonna say you going off. Why? Because your video ain't about shit. So you gotta wait in patience, man. And you can't just hear one damn thing and then keep running with it without even studying yourself, man. What it says, 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved. Why? Because you gotta understand the shit, man. You can't just repeat something. That's what babies do, man.
Alright, so with that, we'd like to say, call Lord
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Let's give double honor to elders, pastors, and ministers on the suit. Salutations all our brothers, speech word citizens, y'all brothers of YSO. Y'all, so I think my words with that, shalom.
Shalom.
Above all.